to my channel. I'm here today to join in on a very special collab that is hosted by Marna of Dolls Rescued, and it's a fairy collab. We were given a base Blythe to start with, and it was to create our very own fairy. And there are a few channels involved, more than a few, and I'm going to list the channels. And I encourage you to go visit the channels and look at all of the wonderful fairies that have been created using the same basic Blythe doll. So, starting with our host, that would be Marna at Dolls Rescued. We have Ayla of Ayla Avar, Holly of Holly's Dolly Hobby, and we have Amber of Ambi Little Plastic Trends, I believe. Millie at Mirasu. And if I'm mispronouncing these or getting these wrong, please note that I will have them in my description box. Carrie of Inkpad's Playpad. Tina of Tina's Reborns and More. Sarah at Octopudding. Elise at Elise Explosion. Tracy of Eclectic Wandering. Pat of Pat Doodles. Jay at J Dolls UK. Karen at Starch and Stitches. Brenda of Brenda Quimby Queen Bee Design. Christy at CJ's Little Duckling Nursery, and Mel at Living at Gigi Ma Style, and lastly Lorraine at Serenata. So I encourage you to go visit those channels and look at their fairy contributions and see what we've been working on. There are a lot of collabs going on, and so I am just going to go ahead and release my fairy from the fairy trap that she is in. I got this little sign for her because, yes, she was not made to be subtle, that's for sure, with her hot pink hair. And I'll show at the end a better overall view of the set. And let me see if I can show you my little fairy trap here. I'll just move some things off to the side. And let me see if I can release her without any problems. I worked on this fairy for quite some time. My friend Marna was kind enough to send me the base Blythe doll, and I did the rest. So I'll be very anxious to see. Yeah, this fairy trap was a very tight fit considering all I've done to my fairy here. And let me tell you, getting her name was no easy feat. She was not really trying to give me her name. I'm just going to close her trap there and show you this beautiful, beautiful girl. And I'll talk a little bit about what I did to this doll here, to this Blythe doll. I boggled her eyes, meaning that I took the T-bar and I sanded it a bit so her eyes are a little bit more opened, boggled. I carved her lips and made her lips bigger. I refined her nose and her chin. And yeah, I sanded and did a lot. Marna and Darren were kind enough also to send me a neck joint so that I'm able to move her head to and fro very easily. I had no problem at all getting that neck joint in. I did that myself. Here are the wings that I made for her. I had gone to the dollar store. So basically everything that you see here, with the exception, of her eyes and things, I got at the Dollar Tree. This was like a loofah wrap. It was wrapped around a loofah, and I took some wire, that chenille wire, and I basically got started with an iridescent chenille wire, and I laid the fabric over that, and I glued some sparkles, some sequins, some little gemstones over each little part of the wing. She's got, let me see here. I'm sorry I'm all over the place with her, but I wanted to show some of her finer points first. She's got wings that go up and down, so there are 4 parts to the wings here. Let's see if I can show you that. and there's the back end of the wing. And these pull strings also, I had gotten these beads from, I believe it was Joanne, oh, no, 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 Hobby Lobby. And I just kept her regular Blythe a little pull string on that. I thought that was kind of a neat thing to do. Her hair, I thought a fairy would have all different types of braids. So she's got fish bones in there, regular braids. She's got twists in there. And then I found this wonderful, like, really neat, it's just like a fantasy wiring to me, tubing, netting. And then I made her a crown out of some ivy and flowers that I put in there. I put some gemstones in there. I wanted to give her a really neat feel. I also gave her a pink cast to her skin, if you see there, along with all the sanding and carving. I did a Mr. Super Clear on that. I really gave her some micro bangs so you could see her really pretty little jewel gem eyebrows. And let me see if I can show you all the different eye chips that I have in here. I did give her sleep eyes. I did give her some fairy sparkle shimmer lashes. And let's see here if I could do this. And she's got those pretty, they're like silver, they're like little bug eyes to me, little iridescent, pretty, pretty, pretty fantasy eyes. And those blue that goes so, so pretty against all of the fuchsia and in her coloring. And the hot pink, I just love that fuchsia also. That pearlescent pink that goes so good with her hair and her skin tone. And then back to the sparkly pink. And, with her look, there were so many different names that I was trying to think of. I wanted to give her something. I was hoping that she would speak to me and give me her name, but she's been very secretive, so I've been trying to come up with something. My daughter and son thought of something like Celeste. I thought of perhaps like amaryllis or fuchsia or camellia, because the camellia, there's a beautiful hot pink camellia. I thought of primrose and calling her Prim, but she's not so prim if you ask me. Then I thought maybe of something like lyric or fable or story. Then I thought of another thing like maybe Eden, like she was a fairy from the Garden of Eden. And she didn't want to remain in the Garden of Eden, so she came and followed the human folk. And she was found in one of the beautiful gardens. You could see that I have a beautiful flower here as part of her bust, although there's really a satin bust line that I have. And this tulle that I have with little flowers in there, I thought about calling her Petal because I use little rose petals to make her shoes. And I gilded the lily. I even thought about calling her Lily because, there's those beautiful star lilies that are just so hot pink. And then her underskirt is all petals also. And each little petal has, different little sparkles and crystals. Each petal, I worked on her and worked on her. And like I said, I really gilded the lily with this little girl. I really wanted to make her so very special. And, I did not miss a beat. Those petals go all the way around. Each petal is, like I say, dotted, and her skirt too, dotted with all beautiful little crystals, her hair, her pull strings. I just wanted to make her so special. Marna giving us this base doll to start with, I just knew that, I wanted to do something very, very special with her, and there are her wings. So, yeah, this is my girl. I just want to share her with you. I love her so very much. And I also have some little fairy friends. Let me see if I can show you. Um, those are little fairies that I've had for some time, and I made their clothes. They're all original. They are from I believe Fairyland. Yeah, BJDs, Fairyland BJDs. So they're fairly old. And so maybe perhaps I can tie in my Flashback Friday tag with this also, because those fairies are really very old now, as well as, let's see if I can show you those little abitsus. I made those little abitsu fairies myself. I used mohair and feathers and made their little outfits. And so, yeah, I'll kind of throw my Flashback Friday tag into that as well. But anyway, I had the best time with this collaboration. And I mean, I'm in love with this little fairy. I worked very, very hard on her. And I'm hoping that you like her. And if you think of a name, I mean, her name, I'm just lore, lyric, I just secret. I mean, she's just withholding from me, and maybe I'm hoping it'll come to me. But if you can think of something, I know there's a lot of floral names with pink flowers, and I know that there's azaleas out there, and what else are there? Peonies and all those kinds of things. But yeah, she's just so very special and so very over the top that she really has to have something special. So, maybe she'll reveal it to me one day. But as I say, if you feel like leaving a name in the comment box, I would appreciate it. And I strongly encourage you to go visit the other channels. We'll have lots of other collabs coming up. So keep a lookout. And, I know we have a mermaid Blythe collab coming up as well sometime in June. So go to Marna at Dolls Rescued and look for more information on the mermaid collab that we'll be doing. And that will be in June, as I say. Anyway, I thank you so much. I'm wishing you all a wonderful Friday, and I look forward to seeing your fairies. And I thank you so very much for joining us. Have an awesome day. Bye.